Hey there, Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Welcome to your reading for December 5th through the 11th. We have a full moon in your sign this week. So you had some interesting cards that came out for your overall energy. You have the card of rain and storm. And this full moon in your sign is going to be conjunct to Mars, making it pretty potent. And so I feel like there's a storm blowing in, but it is going to clear and cleanse your life. Something is going to exit in a very dramatic fashion that needs to go, because this is like, some of you, this is like, oh, it's the gentle rain, but here's the storm. And I feel like first there's this huge, massive storm, and then the rain comes in, and so it feels like it dissipates over time. It's not just a overnight event. It feels like it may take a few days to finish clearing out what needs to be cleared out, and you're feeling, wow, look at this. Holy crap. You're feeling a little stuck and stagnant, but you have options. So, okay. This author uses the strength card as the 11, and so the 8 must be the justice card, but to me it carries the energy of the 8. And so you have 3 8s here in the way that I look at things, and 2 10s. And the world card. You have completed a cycle. What was at the bottom of the deck? We need that. The 4 of Pentacles. You've been hanging on really tight to something. And this full moon is going to be the storm in your life that cleanses, clears, and clarifies a situation for you. Because the key to the situation is the 10 of Cups. You are supposed to be able to enjoy life and to have fun. Oh, and look at how stormy this card is. Wow. In the area of what is the obstacle to overcome, it could be a Taurus in your life. But we have the Hierophant, the bolt of lightning, Uranus and Taurus. But he's carrying the key. And it feels like the key that lets you out, because in the area of resources and finances, your time, your energy, what are you thinking about in regards to this? You've been kind of stuck up in your head. We've got the 8 of Swords. And so this is being stuck only because you haven't seen the way out. And this is the way out here, but the obstacle has been getting that key to come in. But this lightning bolt comes in, and it's almost as though this energy releases something which allows you to be able to see with clarity what needs to be done moving forward. I think that it is an ending of a very major cycle that you have the power to complete. And I feel like you're the one holding it back, but the opportunity on the other side is really big. So here we go. The energy of where have you been seeking information? We have another, oh wait, that's a 7. Oh, it's a 7. I thought it was an 8. It's the 7 of Cups. So which option is correct for you? You knew you had choices. You knew you had choices. In the heart space, you're lining them up. So here they look all scattered around. I'm not sure which one is right for me, but I think in your heart, you start to figure it out. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Pentacles always says, is this growing? And I think things that are not growing are going to be washed away. So it's almost like, okay, so if you plant a garden and you just scatter the seeds in there, like, let's go with carrot seeds, right? They're small, and it's really hard to like space them out. You just kind of sprinkle them in, right? And then you mound the dirt up, because that's how you plant those. So you kind of mound the dirt up a little over it, and then overnight, there is this huge, massive rainstorm, and it comes in, and that little mound of dirt, now it's flattened, and there's rivers, and it's flowing away, and you go back to your garden, you're like, wow, did any of those seeds survive? Some of them did, but most of them didn't. And so there's a situation where you put a lot of hope into it, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. Oh, I'll see if this works. If this works, does this work? Some things, though, are going to take root and really grow. Other things, they're going to be washed away by the storm. Because, eventually you have to thin out carrots anyways. You can't leave them all there to begin with. It's almost like nature is coming in, the universe is coming in, and they're doing some of this thinning for you. There's a situation where, so let's just say the storm didn't come in. And you were like, they all start popping up, and you're like, I really hate the idea of having to kill any of these plants. But there's not space for everything to grow. And so trying to hang on to everything, this Four of Pentacles, is stunting the growth. There's almost like the desire to have it all is stunting the growth. When if you would focus your energy on a few things, you could see production. In the area in your heart space where things are draining your energy, Gemini, you have Capricorn, the goat here, the devil. So if you're a Gemini rising, Capricorn is actually your 8th house of transformation. But his feet are being held to the fire. The devil card is always about, so it's like our desires, whether they're good for us or not. So they're the addictions, they're the codependent relationships, there's the, almost like though, having your feet held to the fire is almost as though being afraid to make a mistake. Afraid that you made a mistake. So the energy of Capricorn, the devil card here, it's interesting because in the Rider-Waite, they have chains around their necks and they're bound to each other, but the chains are so loose. It's very much like the 8 of Swords. They could just take them off and walk away. You're only shackled by choice. And so this rain coming in, it's very clarifying. I think you see, how when you step out in the morning after it's rained all night and the skies have cleared off and the sun is coming up and it smells clean and clear and just, you see the colors are more vibrant, everything's been refreshed. And in that moment of clarity, there's like the whole world looks fresh and new. Something in your life is going to get that kind of a deep cleanse. This is a very difficult full moon we're going through. So do you get to see the clarity and everything this week? No. But I think you see the cycle that needs to end because the action to take you have is the World card. You're being encouraged to complete a cycle. The universe is helping you. It's a powerful full moon. You're being encouraged to complete a cycle. You transform the 10 of Pentacles. Like you have the 10 of Pentacles and you have the 10 of Cups with the universe. This is in the now section. These are completing cycles. So you could be saying to your boss, take this job and shove it. It does not emotionally satisfy me to work all these hours. It could be a relationship that you've been afraid to leave because it's financially stable and there's a fear, right? Being able to manage on your own. That's a valid fear. Especially if you have small children and you're trying to manage all that. I get it. Been there. So there is this energy here about a very major cycle of addiction. It could be that maybe you decide to stop smoking, which, by the way, Gemini, since you rule the lungs, would be a really great idea. I'm a fan of that idea. So maybe you decide to quit smoking, and that helps you to increase your financial resources. That's a really positive way to use this energy, especially because we have Mars right there. That would be a really, so if you have some kind of an addiction, a habit, you could start your quote unquote New Year's resolution now, and you may feel the need and the desire, because Mars is definitely about the body. And so this is an opportunity for you to say to yourself, hey, you know what? I don't like this health habit. It is draining my energy. It's not allowing me to be in charge of my own life. I'm wasting money, because you have the card of strength for the energy to anchor into. Now, since it comes as an 11, let's talk about it that way. 11 is a gateway. It's an opportunity. So it is going to be difficult to move through that doorway. It's going to require strength and fortitude and commitment. And with the 7 of Pentacles here, you're going to have, it's got these steps, right? It's like, am I making progress on this? And I think every time you make progress on whatever this is that you're trying to shift and change in your life, celebrate the steps along the way. Don't be focused on the goal. Be focused on what you can do today. And whatever this is, whether you're giving up some kind of a health addiction, or you are giving up, a situation that doesn't serve you because it demeans you in some way or the other. They just use the word demean. That's interesting. So you could have a boss that's really abusive, or you could have a significant other that's abusive, or, sometimes it's our family members. And with the holidays here, we're like, yeah, I just really don't want to go and hang time with them. So I'm going to give myself the gift of making other plans, alternative plans, right? So there is a need to figure out what is worth your time and energy and what is not. And releasing and letting go of what doesn't serve you. Because we're all supposed to be moving toward that 10 of Cups in life. If it doesn't bring joy, it doesn't bring emotional satisfaction, why are you doing it? Right? And so there has to be, wow, the third sign I've done, I'm doing these in order because I'm doing the sneak peek I had for 2023, and the deck I use to pick the order with is stacked up, and so I didn't want to mess with it. By the way, yours is out if you haven't seen that yet, but this card of patience keeps showing up 3 times today. And so this is a moon that, while it feels very potent and strong, I don't think it's almost in order to, it's like such fiery energy. We're all being reminded, but you're going to have to stay patient and calm, because if we get overexcited and we get over animated and we really run at things hard, it's going to create more problems than it's going to solve. And so almost like letting the rain come in and cool the situation down and wait for the refreshing dawn in order to make the choice and the decision. And so the more patient you are with this, the less fired up you are. I feel like this could be very beneficial to you. I did pull cards special for the full moon. They are in the full moon video that comes out as a premiere on Sunday night, the 4th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time Zone US. If you'd like to come and join in the chat, I'd love to see you there. But it, of course, will be on replay, so you'll be able to catch it if that's not convenient for you. So you have a week here where you're being called to complete something. It is going to take strength, and that strength may be in being able to stay calm while everybody around you is all fired up with this energy. And you in particular will be fired up with this energy. So I feel like there's a lot of explosive situations. Pay attention to what goes on in the world. I think it's going to be quite the ride. But you have here for the days before, so Monday and Tuesday, the moon gets into your sign Gemini, 3:49 p.m. Eastern Time Zone US on Tuesday. So prior to that, your energy here is the autumn, harvest and sow. Very, very much about understanding what's growing, what's not growing. This is energy of paying attention to, is the juice worth the squeeze? Am I getting anything out of this? And if not, being willing to move away from it. But with that full moon, you have this card of patience, right? And so there's a bit of a journey, and there's also a need to really maintain your patience in a situation. But if you do, there's a storm going on, right? There's a storm going on, and in this card, we have the rainbow. You don't get a rainbow without the storm, and it's called miracles. Your patience will create and manifest miracles in your life. Your willingness to let things go will create and manifest miracles in your life. Your strength, your willingness to step onto a new path, to move away from things that are addictive and holding you back, that are very constraining. Your willingness to set yourself free, you manifest and create the miracles in your life through your decision that my target goal is 10 of Pentacles. And my 10 of Pentacles comes when you are emotionally satisfied and you are financially secure. It's everything. It's the whole package. It is, in my opinion, the best card in the tarot. I think it's the ultimate goal, and I love how here it looks like a bullseye. And so Wednesday, Thursday, we have this energy. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of this moon in Gemini. As it's working its way through, people are going to be grumpy. I actually called it my Krabby Pants Alert Day over on Facebook. If you don't follow me on Facebook, I put videos out every day about the energy of the astrology. But here for that moon in Cancer over the weekend, you have the card of stranded. That's interesting. This is the 8 of Swords. It's like he's trying to put his anchor down, but it comes with the Queen Bee, which, by the way, is an 11. You only think you're stuck, because this is up in your head. You only think you're stuck. But when oh my God, there's a rainbow. There's this stormy energy here, but there's a rainbow coming in. So I think when the storm clears, when the energy lifts off, then you get to shine. We have the Queen Bee. And I think you start figuring out how things are going to work and what to do and how to manifest things. I think as that moon later in the day on Sunday moves into Leo, I think you really start to feel that energetic shift, and it fires you up a little. Give yourself a cooling off period this week if you can. Try to stay patient. Try to stay calm. Because if you can do that and you stand in your power, I think that you move into next week really well. And I have to tell you, I just did your sneak peek was the last one I did. And this year, the energy, especially the first quarter, has this energy that is really nice. And if you can hold that energy throughout the year, it looks really good. But it's going to start with you putting out into the world the energy that you want returned. It's going to take your own strength and fortitude. Very interesting energy. All right, Gemini. Well, enjoy your full moon. I say that tongue-in-cheek. It looks difficult. But instead of tongue-in-cheek, maybe it's tongue between the teeth. Bite your tongue and bide your time. All right? You guys take good care. I'll talk to you soon.